Welcome to season 3, episode 1 of our Tactical Harmony podcast. To say that I am excited is an understatement. I am over the moon, you guys. It has been a labor of love, and I have been in the lab over the last several months working on this launch, getting our YouTube channel launched, and all of the amazing things. So I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for showing up, doing the work, being committed to your growth as a leader or an emerging leader or just a badass, amazing professional. So, congratulations for being here. And I genuinely appreciate that you are listening to me or watching me wherever you might be seeing this. This season is going to be really special because I am going to be bringing on guests. I am going to be bringing on people from all sectors of the world. I'm going to have on special agents. I'm going to have on intelligence specialists. I'm going to have small business owners, entrepreneurs, board members of amazing companies, you name it. It is going to be so incredible to hear people talk about their craft, talk about their story, talk about the hurdles that they had to overcome. Hear what they have to say and how they're serving their respective communities and the world. Hear how they define success on their terms and what they do in order to maintain that success. This is going to be so incredibly powerful for all of you because you are going to be getting the secret sauce and all of the golden nuggets that allow these people to thrive as humans and as professionals in our world. It's going to be an amazing lineup. I am stoked. I hope you guys are stoked, and I'm sure you can feel or see my energy if you're watching me on YouTube. It's going to be amazing. So, thank you for being here. Make sure that you do not forget to hit subscribe so you know when these episodes drop. And I will do my very best at announcing it on all of my channels so you can keep up to date on who we have on deck and the amazing stories and messages that they are going to share with our Tactical Harmony audience. So with that, I wanted to dive on in to a very important topic. I landed on this because I follow my intuition and I am confident that whoever is listening to this absolutely needs to hear this. And maybe that person is you right now. Maybe that person is a spouse or a friend or a child, a colleague or a loved one. Someone in your ecosystem needs to hear this. And so I am really excited to talk briefly about fear. And I know that word can generate a lot of emotions and a lot of people. And it may sound like a heavy topic, but it's actually something that I get really excited to talk about because a lot of people allow fear to be a red light when it really should be a yellow light. What do I mean by that? So, a lot of people look at fear as a blocker or as a red light. They completely stop, they don't move forward. Screw this. I'm going to stay where I'm at because at least I'm comfortable and I'm safe. And I totally get why people do that. That is a very natural response. And it's something that I see quite a bit through my own coaching clients. But what I want to share with you is that fear is nothing more than data. Fear is a guide. Fear is intelligence. Fear is a data source or a signal. So instead of viewing it as a red light, we should view it as a yellow light. So out of all the many years that I've had the privilege of being in the leadership ranks and serving teams in NCIS across the world and in the tech sector, and certainly as an entrepreneur and as a leadership coach. And fear boils down to these two things. One is if you're experiencing fear, you were underprepared for something. Or two, if you were experiencing fear, you are really excited or jazzed about whatever's in front of you. It is something that is really important to you and you're experiencing that fear. So people don't just have a fear of failure, they also have a fear of success. And that is something that I have seen more times than I can count. And I want to shine a light on it because maybe that is you. Instead of a fear of failing, maybe it's a fear of success and having that significance or whatever it is that is on your heart and mind. That could be a fearful thing of that person that you will become or the person you have to become in order to sustain that level of success. So, looking at my background, we will talk about NCIS and running federal investigations. When we all have fear, special agents have fear. And when we were facing an investigation or an operation, we look at things as, hey, is this a real threat or is this a perceived risk? Because there's a difference between the two. And that allows us to prioritize what's important, especially as we're getting incoming intelligence. Things are shifting frequently, and we need to make game time decisions because life or death could be on the line here. So, when it pertains to that level of extreme or everyday change management in the tech sector, fear is still the same. We don't let fear take a seat at the head of the table. We don't let it sit in the driver's seat. Instead, we redefine our relationship with fear. We use it as fuel. We view it as a signal that helps guide us rather than be that anchor to stop us. So that's one point about fear that I wanted to talk about. And before I go to my second point, I wanted to share this, I guess I'll call it a saying that I heard at a mastermind several years ago. And of course, we talked about fear because it's a common blocker for a lot of people. And the acronym was given to fear: F everything and run, or face everything and rise. And that always stuck with me. It always resonated because so many people say, screw this, I'm not going to do it. It's too much work, or it's not safe, or it's too expensive, or just ain't nobody got time for that. I'm not going to do it. And they stay put. And as we know, comfort is a slow death, and fear lets you stay in the comfort zone. So being empowered with that knowledge and having that mindset, okay, I'm going to redefine my relationship with fear. I'm going to choose face everything and rise. That is the mindset and belief that I'm going to hold. And that is going to allow you to unlock wherever you are and to get to that next level. Because whatever you did and the person you are that brought you to where you are and the level of success that you have now is not going to be the person that gets you to that next level. So, of course, you're going to have some sort of friction or barrier or fear or hesitancy. So, once you recognize that is a natural part of the process, then you're able to overcome and blaze through it, hold hand with fear, redefine your relationship, use it as fuel, and get from where you are to where you want to go. One other thing that I want to call out with fear is when they were interviewing individuals at the end of their life and they asked them, tell us about what happened or what you regret. They did not regret the things that they did. They regretted the things they didn't do because of fear. And that is something that is so deeply penetrating to me because when I get to the end of my life and I conduct a test that I call the rocking chair test, and I'm on a rocking chair and I'm on my front porch, it's the end of my life, I will be damned if I look back at my life and say, wow, I wish I would have done the thing. I do not want to have that regret. And to hear that so many people at the end of their life have that regret is extremely sobering. So I hope this serves as a meaningful message to you or your family, loved ones, or colleagues that if you have something that you want to do, you do not have time to waste. Time is our greatest currency, and we do not know how much time we have left. One other statistic that I wanted to call out here, and I actually have some numbers for you, is that 85% of what we worry about actually doesn't even happen. Again, 85% of whatever narrative that we're telling ourselves and whatever we are worried about actually doesn't happen. And for the 15% that actually does happen, 79% of those people said it wasn't as bad as they thought, and they handled it way better. So the odds are in your favor that whatever you were thinking about doing, and again, maybe you're fearing that you will fail, maybe you are fearing that you will succeed. Either way, take a look at that filter at a yellow light. Is it something important to me, or is it something I'm not prepared for? And move forward, because you hold the power, not fear. Fear will only be in the driver's seat if you allow it to be in the driver's seat. I like to leave you with a challenge, and that is something that I did in previous seasons, and that is something that I'm going to continue when I record a solo podcast episode for you. My challenge for you is this week, what is something that you want to do, but fear is stopping you? And again, this could be something that is not even conscious to you. It's something that you want to do, but maybe you're just not doing. And now, after hearing this episode and message, you're realizing that maybe fear has a little bit more power than you'd like. Well, the good news is that you can change it this week. And instead of it being a red light, change the signal to a yellow light. And if it's something that you need to do to get more prepared, do it. Simply do it. Start now. Start this week. Don't let it be something that you regret in the long run. And with that, thank you for being here for season 3. Redefine your relationship with fear, and let's go.